Digimon has done many crossover events over the years. Many of these end up as Japan-only events that very few of us actually get a chance to take part in. So, a few weeks back, when I heard that they were doing a crossover with a game I'd never heard of before, Crystal of Atlan, I assumed this would be the case once again. With a trailer that actually looked quite good and even featured a beautiful Angelwoman Digivolution sequence, surely the international audience was going to be overlooked. However, it turns out that this is not the case, so long as you are on PC and mobile. This event is not happening on the PS5 version. From what little the public has been told, it appears that the rights were not obtained for release on the PlayStation. It's bizarre, seeing as so many different Digimon games have appeared on PlayStation consoles since the beginning.
Not a great plan.
But on August 21st, this event went live with a handful of different Digimon you can obtain. So first off, let me explain what this game is for the many of you who likely have no idea what it is, and then I will dive into the different systems, gachas, and rewards you can get for Digimon in this crossover event that runs until September 17th, 2025. For those of you familiar with the game and just want to jump ahead to the Digimon parts, go to the timestamp here. Crystal of Atlan is a magic punk MMO, which means it is the type that couldn't decide between being sci-fi with machines or magic, so just decided to do a bit of both. With 5 classes, each having 2 subclasses to choose from, there is a variety that you can try to find to fit your playstyle. There is a main story running through the game, which did keep me engaged all the way up to the max bell of 60 and even a little beyond. The general gist is some corrupting influence is causing people to turn into monsters, the Decayed. Your job is to figure out what is causing it, stop it from harming more innocent lives, and stop whatever is causing it to happen before it can hurt more people. Nothing really groundbreaking, but good enough to be entertaining. As with many MMOs, the story is not concluded yet, and we have to wait for more updates for it to continue. You can expect the classic amount of gacha-style MMO systems to fill up your bags and have so many little ways to power up your character. Armor that you can craft, but then you have to enhance it, which has a slightly reduced chance of succeeding each time, circuits to put in your gear that you can mix and match, insignias that cannot be removed, so you have to really commit to them, pets that you can collect and train, even cosmetic items and titles give you stat boosts as well, or even cards. There's always something you could be working on to get stronger. The thing might be really expensive or have a 10% chance of actually succeeding. Finally, the gameplay itself is designed to be able to work on a mobile device, so it isn't too deep. Though having 12 different abilities at your disposal at one time, and far more than that available to your characters, so you have to pick and choose what you level up, does give you some more depth than you might expect at first. Dodges on a standard cooldown, plenty of bad circles on the floor to dodge, it does tend to keep battles interesting, well, so long as you're not overpowered for what you were doing. Especially the class I chose, the Puppeteer, who I made into a Blade Maiden. Keeping track of your marionette as it affects many of your abilities is a constant game in and of itself. After 2 weeks of preparation for this event, I was already at maximum level and gated by daily resources to be able to get more powerful. It was time to sit back and wait for those cute Digimon to come in. Logging in for the first time after the event is live, you'll be notified by a message in the middle of your screen that the side quest is now active. So if you want to take part in the event, of course you should do it. Though, if you're expecting a deep story about it, you may be disappointed. You have only about 30 minutes to complete the quest. Though of course, there is still more grind for the event.
Please, sir. I want some more.
The first thing I want to talk about are the pets, and the reason I am starting there. Just for logging in, at the start of the Digital Adventure Battle Pass is a Pet Gatomon token. This is a level of generosity I was not expecting, but don't worry, that's about all that is overly nice about this event. This means that right away you can get the Gatomon pet guaranteed just for signing in and claiming it from the menu. He's a very supportive pet, full of heals, damage reduction, increasing your damage in battle, even more damage against mech and bosses. Now, any of you who have played this game know that you need 3 of a pet to actually get them to be the strongest they can be, and any of those other 2 is far harder and more expensive. The only way for sure to get the second Pet Gatomon for this is through buying the Advanced Digital Adventure Battle Pass. The very first tier will then give you a second Pet Gatomon to get her to Evolution Level 2. Of course, to get enough credits to purchase that, it will cost you at least $15 US. Plus, in classic scumming behavior, you can't just buy the 680 credits for it, but instead have to pay for more and then have some left over. Plus, the bonus for buying it is the 3rd copy of the pet, so you can max out right away if you're willing to pay. This appears to be the only way to get more copies of Gatomon without a lot of work. Because the other way to try to get more copies of Gatomon, or even a chance to get Agumon at all, is in the gacha summon system. You can guarantee to get one of them after 150 pulls that you choose, but for a free-to-play approach, this can be hard to do. Their chances of dropping as an S tier reward are only 1.6%. Though it also seems you must pull an Agumon before there's another chance at Gatomon, since currently mine says 0% chance for her. Plus the random stuff you get from the majorities of the summons are stuff you'll have dozens, if not hundreds of. So it feels really bad for me, and I'm not even spending money on these. Though if you somehow get more than 3 copies of a pet, it will unlock unique idle animations, which seem to be them chilling out in their Digivolve forms. The other major selling point of the crossover is Garurumon. Instead of being one to use in battle, he's a mount to help you get around the map faster. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me why you need another mount so much, because fast travel is so abundant that it makes mounts cool, but not really needed in the game, though I do believe they do give you at least a small amount of power, so maybe that's all it is. I would certainly rather ride around on Garurumon instead of using the default motorcycle, absolutely. In order to get him is another gacha system. Now with 2 different types of currencies for summons, an Amber and an Azure, you could assume that the different types would be used for the different summons.
You serious?
Of course not. They both use the more expensive Amber ones. Plus to guarantee a Garurumon drop takes 200 pulls instead of 150 for a pet. So you have to choose which one to go after. Then after that, to actually upgrade him to Metal Garurumon, you would need to get copies of him again to upgrade him. And the final cosmetic Digimon you can get is a Bauble. These are the cute little floating things that follow you around, and Petamon does look cute in this role. His lottery is totally separate to get though, but thankfully earning pulls from it is far easier. Simply spend energy as you normally would. 1 pull is 20 energy when playing the game, and you will earn the items needed for more draws from him. He has a 3% chance to drop. You can get up to 5 pulls per day. So if you play for every day, you will have a very good chance of get him. And the only real event happening for this crossover is the battle with Machinedramon. I'm slightly disappointed that he isn't as big as he first seems in the cutscene when we actually fight him, but he's still pretty big. You'll recognize a few of his mechanics from other boss fights in the game, but his battle does feel pretty big and epic with the bajillion health bars that he has, and attacks that can one-shot you if you're not paying attention. Or maybe I'm just too weak, which could be the case too. I may have died 3 times in my first try fighting him, but I'm sure I would do better on another try. Generally, it seems you want to stay toward the front of him, not directly in front where the big blasts keep coming. And I hope you like that fight, because like most MMOs, you're going to be doing it many times. A common theme of the game, a common theme of this game they did for this event too, is that you can only get rewards once per day for fighting him, and only 3 times in a week. Like many of its other systems, it seems to encourage you to log on each day, but only for a few minutes or so to do your dailies, and then move on. Looks like it'll take about 8 times fighting him to reach the top tier reward of a new level title, which is better than any title I have right now, and is for Digimon, so of course I'll use it. Oh yeah, and on one last final note, if you log in for 8 days during the event, you'll get an Agumon avatar frame and a Digimon moniker to go with it, claiming that you are a Digidestined. Totally cosmetic things that show your love for Digimon, but don't actually help you out much. And that is everything that has come with the Digimon Crossover event. I was simply hoping for more battles to do with it than just the one mission against common enemies and then the Machinedramon fight. You do get 1 free summon for both the pets and the mount, but the chance of that actually getting you anything that you want is nearly 0. The rewards do give you a few extra items for summon pulls, but if you're going into this hoping to not spend any money, and I hope you're a veteran of this game who has been saving up. What do you think of this crossover event? Have you tried this game like me just because of this announcement? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Keep staying awesome. Bye bye.